You are listening to Fresh Bread, Dr. Harry Reeder's daily devotional from the Alliance of Confessing Evangelicals.
Well, this week we find ourselves in Luke 17, verse 11. On the way to Jerusalem, he was passing along between Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered a village, he was met by 10 lepers who stood at a distance and lifted up their voices, saying, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." When he saw them, he said to them, "Go and show yourselves to the priest." And as they went, they were cleansed. Then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, praising God with a loud voice. And he fell on his face at Jesus' feet, giving thanks to him. Now he was a Samaritan. Then Jesus answered, "Were not 10 cleansed? Where are the 9? Was no one found to return and give praise to God except this foreigner?" And he said to him, "Rise and go your way. Your faith has made you well." So here is an interesting event that's got a number of rivers that we want to follow through in this text. So you got 10 lepers, and Luke lets you know where this particular event took place between Galilee. That would have been a faithful area, particularly on the western side and northern side of Galilee, and Samaria. So in that area, on the left you would have had Galilee. That would have been full of faithful Jews. And on the right you had Samaria, which the Samaritans were considered the mixed breed that had compromised and apostatized. Remember the woman at the well? And Jesus went through Samaria saying, "I need to go there," and we found out why, was to lead her to saving faith. Well, now there are 10 lepers, so it stands to reason in that particular region that some of them may be Samaritan lepers or Jewish lepers, but you wouldn't make divisions then because all the lepers had to be put in one place. And one of the things that the leper had to do was to show themselves to a priest. And by the way, when they were healed, they had to show themselves to a priest to be pronounced clean. These lepers come up and they say, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." And when he saw them, he told them, "You go show yourself to the priest." Not likely they already had, but if they hadn't, they should. But what he does is he tells them to go do it. If you want to call me master, then you do what I say. And guess what? They did what he said, and they went. And what does Jesus do? He heals them and cleanses them on their way. Well, one of them is so overwhelmed, he returns to give worship, praise, and thanksgiving. Note the posture. He falls on his face at Jesus' feet to praise Jesus. And then Jesus says, "Now, were there 10? What about the other 9? Where are they? How come only one came back?" This is where you got to be careful. Now, follow me closely. Here's where they come back. And the one that comes back is affirmed as the one who believes in him. Well, Pastor, the other 9 were healed. Listen, God doesn't say he just heals believers. God can heal anybody he wants to. But not everybody gets healed on this side. And not everybody that gets healed is a believer. And the scriptures make that abundantly clear. This particular miracle is not only showing the power of Jesus and that he is the Messiah, it's also showing us that when God's love and grace is shown, unless there's a heart change by faith in Christ, then the lives don't really change. The only thing that changed with the other 9, they got cleansed. Pastor, you don't think they were saved? I do not. Why? Because they didn't worship. Worship is the end result of grace. God saves us to the praise of his glorious grace, which is why Jesus says, "Your faith has made you well." Listen, they were already cleansed on their way back. The evidence of faith was his return to worship Jesus. Now you know here's a believer. Not someone with a temporal faith looking for a miracle, but with a saving faith that gets cleansed not in just body, but also soul. This man is well. He is not only cleansed of his leprosy, he's cleansed of his sin, which the leprosy is used as a metaphor throughout the scriptures. So what he has is he is cleansed and made whole. And that is another slice of fresh bread.
When it comes to marriage, what does it mean to be a servant leader and a sacrificial lover? Call 1-800-488-1888 to receive our free Fresh Bread gift offer, Dr. Reeder's series, 7 Essentials for the Christian Family.